Hi team, happy Friday or happy whatever day you may be watching this video. Thank you for taking a few minutes and watching this. I know we originally had a team huddle scheduled for Sunday, but that was scheduled before we made the decision to move to two services. So there is extra information that everyone needed. So I wanted to do a virtual training so you could all attend and watch at your leisure. I will say that I will still be at the church building on Sunday after service if you would like to talk more about the curriculum, see it in person, or just have questions or comments you'd like to talk to me about. I will be available after service on Sunday and most of October, or whenever you would like to uh, find me and talk to me about things. Couple just overviews. You guys have been so wonderful, and I am so thankful for each of you. I think I've talked to most of you in person or on the phone about moving to two services. I know we are really excited. We'll be able to pour into more kids and more families with more time. And it will slow down a little bit of the hecticness that we have been feeling in the classrooms. I feel it, and I know you guys feel it, and I'm excited to have a little bit more calmness and time to talk about Jesus with them. So just a couple things. We have our service times will be 9:30 and 11. So we will not be doing the full corporate prayer huddle at 10 a.m. just because that's not going to be feasible with two services. So we will be doing a team only Manna Kids huddle. First service will take place at 9 a.m. Second service will take place at 10:40, and it will be a quick prayer time to pray over the service for that day, share any wins from the week before, or if there's any curriculum updates or things that need to happen in that quick team huddle. That will give us time to arrive to our classrooms on time. 15 minutes before service starts is when we need to be there, and we want to be there to welcome the new families. We've had so many new families come in the last few weeks and months, and it really helps the overall atmosphere when we are in class prepared and ready on time. So thank you for that. Huddle times 10 a.m. Nope. 9 a.m. 10:40. Sorry. So we really hope that our prayer is that you will be able to serve in one service and then attend the next service, whichever service you are attending. We want to attend one and serve one. We will have some new posters that you guys will notice in the preschool and elementary classrooms that there's going to be an allergy warning. We are asking that, I know it doesn't happen a ton, but that kids do not bring in nut snacks, peanut snacks with all the increased allergies. There will also be a sick policy on the wall that you will see. If you have an instance where you can tell a child is visibly sick, find me, find a pastor or the team lead for the day, and we can handle that appropriately. I know it doesn't happen a lot, and hopefully it won't. We have ordered t-shirts. I am not sure they're going to get here before our first kickoff for two services, but they will be here shortly after in October. Sorry, I do have notes because it's a lot to talk to you guys about, and I'm going to try and talk fast. The new curriculum is exciting. We kicked it off in the preschool classroom already, and the kids are learning more in depth, more biblical concepts, and I'm excited for that change. In the elementary classroom, these children love the current curriculum. They love the so-and-so show. They love it so much. And we're going to have some adjustment period for the next couple months that we want to just speak positivity and optimism into their lives with. This is the new one. You're going to love it just as much as the so-and-so show. With two services, I'm not positive which class is going to be more heavy with which age group. So what we're going to try different things. What we're going to try for the first month is first service will be geared towards early elementary in a combined classroom with preschool and elementary in one classroom. That is the way that it can be staffed at this moment. I'm prayerfully expectant that come January, December, we might make some changes and have two classrooms, well, three, but the two classrooms outside running both services. but at this point, it will be a combined class similar to the Super Sunday situation for the first service, and we will do the early elementary curriculum. Before I dive into the curriculum, I do want to just speak some. I know that the classrooms are sometimes difficult days. Some days are amazing and wonderful, and we know they are being fed the word. Some days are more difficult where they're itching at their pants and don't want to listen to us. I don't want us to get discouraged. I teach the classes too, and I completely understand how discouraging it can be when no one is listening. Um, but I am going to implement some incentives and prizes. The Super Sunday Day, as the children have known it in the past, is not going to be going on because two services, we won't have that prize day at the end of the month, I don't think, for memorizing your verse. We will have an incentive box that when kids, it's like a treasure box, like a pirate ship with all kinds of different things that the kids are going to want to get in the treasure box. So when you see a child that's raising their hand quietly and that is listening to the lesson and doing things you want all the other kids to emulate, maybe give them a prize out of the treasure box at that time. And I hope that the positive incentives, like, oh, so and so is listening and they got a prize, I want to do that. There will also be opportunities at the end of each class that the kids can go to the treasure box for memorizing their memory verse. The memory verses will be different for the three classrooms. The first service is going to be early elementary. That is called Connect. I am teaching this classroom all of October, so you guys really don't have to know too much about this curriculum, but I do want you to be aware of it because it's possible in November, December, we'll share who is teaching what service. So this is called Connect. Oop, there's the little emblem. And Connect is kind of similar to, I don't know if you guys have ever, the video at least, ever watched Odd Squad on PBS or Spy Kids. It is kind of similar to that, where it is like kids in a lab, in a science lab, and the Bible is what they are trying to decipher, kind of. So this is Connect. It is going to be, we have the whole year planned out. And there's different themes. The theme for October, we'll do a welcome to Connect for the first Sunday in October that will teach them about this is what we're going to be learning. That Sunday is going to be a transition Sunday for them. So there'll be a lot of games and things. But then after the welcome to Connect, we will do a Be the Church series. And each series, here's the scope and sequence. I know you can't really read it, but there's different themes like Be the Church, identity, spiritual disciplines. Christmas comes up after that. Courage, hope, Easter, where others are first. So there's a full scope. These are all the things I will have for you Sunday if you are able to stick around and look at what you want to look at. So both classes, both curriculums have an MC guide and a small group leader guide. I do know that that is not what we're used to. We are used to seeing a sheet of paper that kind of has the main points to it. We will have, this has the same information. We just have to kind of look for it. It does have a weekly topic. The MC guide and the small group leader guide, we will kind of combine them to lead the group. This is more geared towards people with multiple kids in a classroom, multiple groups in a classroom, multiple teachers in a classroom. We may, after a few months, go to actually having the assistant be the MC and the teacher be the small group leader guide, or vice versa. But I think really the easiest way right now would be to follow the small group leader guide for the most part, and then use the MC guide as kind of a supplement to them. So in the small group talk and prayer, it does have timelines for the whole class. These timelines do go a little bit longer than our 55-minute service time, so we will have to adapt. The video, the kids are going to really like. I recommend taking some time before the video plays to just have the kids take a moment to tell us about their week. What they like the most, from what I found, is talking about themselves and talking about what's going on in their lives, what's going on in their school lives, their friends' lives, their family lives. Give them a chance to be heard first. So then during the video and during the small group lesson, they've already been heard and they don't need to talk and talk and talk. So have a few minutes of doing that time in the class. Once we get to know them, talk about the week, then we'll segue into the video that is similar to that for this one, the Spy Kids video. Then we'll jump in and review the point. The point for this curriculum is the church is everyone who follows Jesus. And you can always insert Manna philosophies into it. The church is not the building, the church is the people, okay? There is a verse every week. So I think our memory verse for this class will be week 1's verse, which is 1 Corinthians 12:27 for this class. Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it. This curriculum uses the same verse. No, it doesn't. The other curriculum uses the same verse all month. So there is small activities in this one each week. Not every week. Sometimes they don't have them, and I will do my best to supplement with things that I find other places. But they have some sort of activity this month where we put out this week, the first week, we will draw a really big picture of the body of Christ and make a body really big on butcher paper. And then it says like body of Christ, jobs to write or draw, having mercy on people. Where would the eyes go? Where would the brain go? That's teaching. And it kind of goes through. So that's just their little activity, take up 10 or 15 minutes with the group. So that is week 1. Every week will be kind of similar to that, where we look through, we see the point, we see the Bible verse. There is some questions to get the group talking. That's similar to the discussion questions from Orange. Choose a question to get your group talking. What do you think it would be like if everyone in God's church did the same job? So we can just have that conversation with the kids. So that is the Connect group. That will be first service in October, because we've got the combined classes there. So moving on to the second service, which will be a loop show curriculum. The loop is the most similar to the so-and-so show. It is a YouTube type format where they're at a desk and then they transition to Bible story. It is very similar to the to so-and-so, the loop is, and that's what they've been most used to, and that's what they love. So the loop is geared towards upper elementary. And so the hope is that with the 2 classes, the upper elementary can be geared towards 3rd, 4th, 5th graders. And I know there's 1st and 2nd graders in there as well, but we've always been using an upper elementary curriculum because they love the so-and-so show so much. And we've kind of had to decrease the intellectuality of it for them. So we'll continue doing that. The first week is going to be a welcome to the loop show. One cool thing about the loop is that we can send in once a year. We are going to, or whenever, but we're going to do it once a year. We'll send in questions to the loop. And that's what the welcome to the loop first week, is going to be about. So it's just kind of introducing kids to the loop. That will be week 1. So week 1's kind of unique in that we are just welcome to the loop, introducing them to that. The video is all about that. So it's developing the relationships, the icebreaker question of the day, what's your favorite place to hang out, and where's my loop? Small group leader. So here is small group leader guide. They also have the MC guide. That's very similar to the Connect MC guide that we will have to put them together and get the discussion questions, which they do call small group talk and prayer. So we'll get the questions off the small group leader guide, put some things off the MC guide, and meld them together to have the organic conversation that happens in class. Anyway, so the questions this week are, who is God? Do you think you have a strong relationship with God, and why? Read Ephesians 2:10. This curriculum overall is very biblically sound, and that's why Manna has chosen it. And I'm excited about learning about different concepts for this class and having them dive in a little bit deeper. So week 1 is a little bit different. Is this my loop? Yes. So that we've got a 2-year calendar for the loop as well. And I have scribbled over here and planned out what each month is going to be. So after we do our 1-week welcome, then we will dive into increase your peace. So that's a 4-week session that goes through Colossians 3:15 is the main memory verse for that. It talks about rest, trusting God in tough times. These concepts, like I said, are more geared towards 9, 10, 11-year-olds. We'll have to bring them down for all ages for that classroom. But you will be combining the small group leader guide and the MC guide together. There is slight activities with this one as well, and I will have them printed, and I'll have printed supplements if we don't think that they are enough. So that dives in to both curriculums, and we will see if this concept of having 2 completely different curriculums in the elementary classroom works well for us for the next couple months, because we know a lot of the kids are going to be serve team kids that are going to be there for 2 services. So we do not want them to hear the exact same curriculum twice. We know that they will get a little bored with that. There's other Mannas that do a serve classroom. And once the kids attend the children's church 1 service, then they would go to the serve classrooms. Well, we have the space restraints that we're not able to do that. And so that's why I am doing 2 different curriculums. I do have the months attempting to correspond. The Christmas units will correspond. Their heaven units will kind of correspond. So I'm going to do my best to make them correspond to one another, but they will not be the exact same thing. So like I said, we are having a lot of wins in children's church. It is very packed and crowded. The children are begging their parents to come back. And as you know, if you have ever church shopped, if your children love a location and beg to go back every week, then you're likely going to go back to hear the message as well. And children are asking to be baptized. They are getting saved. They are overall learning a lot about Christ. And I'm really excited about it and thankful for you guys to take this walk with me. So like I said, I will have time after service on the 24th, and we'll be there if you want to kind of look through the books of how all of this is going to look. The videos will be the same. You will press play. There will be a first service and a second service folder. So you will press play on the video, watch the video with them while you kind of take notes on what your discussion questions are going to be. Snack, activity, play. Same format, different curriculum to lead us by. But the kids are having changes coming on with 2 services. They're going to be there longer. They may get more stir crazy and having the change of their favorite so-and-so show. So we're going to have grace with them, and we're going to be optimistic in all of our conversations with them. And just, we know change is hard, and we know we're going to miss the so-and-so show, but just give this new show a chance. I think you're going to love the Loop show once you get to watching it. So thank you guys. Thank you for all you do. Reach out to me, phone, email, anytime with questions and concerns. And thank you, and have a great week.